Lions TV, we are sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by a Millwall fan, just like every single one of the sponsors that you can see in and around my giant Swede. If you are going to do a bit of business in 2020, then please keep it in the Millwall family by checking out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this, wherever you may be watching this. It's Thursday in Lions TV Towers. Well, it's technically a lie. It's Wednesday in Lions TV Towers, but you're watching this on a Thursday. It's your pre-match prediction for Saturday's away trip to Wigan. Another slap up north. Will we get another 3 points? I think we might. But what team will Gary the Gappuccino go with? It's very difficult to change it. But we've had players coming on and doing well. Conor Mahoney for one. Mason Bennett's had a full week of training, and Gary Rowett said online that he expected him to be involved in some capacity. So a lot to decide and lots of players to choose from for the Gaffer, but that isn't a bad thing. The team pretty much picks itself in a minute. I think it's going to be Bulkowski in goal, 3 centre-halves as you were. Romeo bombing on right wing back, Murray Wallace bombing on left wing back. 2 central midfielders will be Ryan Woods and Jason Malumbi, and then Jeb Wallace on the right, John Danny Bavardson on the left, and Tom Bradshaw up front. The only 2 slight positions that I think could change, I think 9 of those 11 at the minute are nailed on. Listen, I think that's a good thing as well. We're definitely trying to build a bit of momentum, making this last surge for the playoffs. I think we could definitely do it. 13 games to go. The only 2 positions I say that could be slightly different is Tom Bradshaw, which I don't think he should be, by the way, because I thought Bradshaw was excellent, despite missing the only 1 chance he's had in about 5 games. I would definitely stick with Tom Bradshaw up front. And John Danny Bavardson, left striker. It's a little bit of an Aidan O'Brien syndrome, I think, with John Danny Bavardson, in my opinion, because John Danny Bavardson, I don't know, I keep saying his full name, I could just say Dadbod, or John, Icelandic John. Old Icelandic John, he's, despite me not really rating him, despite me not thinking he doesn't really do enough, he's a grafter. That's what he's got to do. He has to graft because he's not quick, as I said, he's not a target man. But we've also got to remember about Bavardson in his defence is he's not a left-sided, whatever that is, what the formation that Gary Rowett plays. I wouldn't say he's a striker, I wouldn't say he's a midfielder, but that's not his game, that's not his position. But Bavardson does well, like he did do well against Fulham, but he wasn't outstanding against Fulham. He put in a shift, and he caused problems, and he gave the back four, whatever it was, an headache. So that's all he can really offer, in my opinion. He's not bad. He's not a bad finisher when he gets a chance. Other than the Sheffield Wednesday, I'll overlook that one. But he has to base his whole game is based on graft, and he did do that against Fulham. When he was playing Saturday at Preston, again, this ain't a John Danny Bavardson dig-out show. He was non-existent in the game. I didn't even know he was on the pitch. That's not me taking a piss. I forgot. Fuck me, Bavarson's playing. I completely forgot because I noticed he was playing when he went central. When he went central, Bradshaw went off and Mahoney come on. Not only did Mahoney look good, but I thought Bavardson looked good in that central row. So maybe we'll go down that road again. But I think Gary the Gaffer, 2 games now, unbeaten. I think he will stick with the same 11. And as I said, listen, maybe I don't always agree with his. Well, I do pretty much agree with Gary the Gaffer. It was the last character, wasn't it? I didn't agree with Gary the Gaffer. Full faith in him. Said it a million times. And if he says Bavardson plays, Bavardson plays. And whether some of us rate him or some of us don't, we get results from him in the side. So let's go with it. Unchanged for Saturday's visit to Wigan. That is possibly the worst Wigan accent I've ever heard, and I've heard one quite recently. We are going to move on to our opposition. Of course, the aforementioned Wigan. They play at the DW Stadium in Wigan. Last week, we stayed up there sort of in between Preston and in between Wigan. We're going back to the same hotel this week. We're staying in the same hotel. So a little bit of, I'm not really a superstitious person, but stick with that and hopefully we'll get another 3 points on the board. We're going to manage by Paul Cook. They nearly went down last season. They should have gone down last season. It is a depressing, soulless stadium and town, let's be honest. But I don't know how they survived. I don't know how they was ever in the Premier League. I never really go in on opposition teams, and I don't really want to be nasty, but I'm just being honest. It's more of a rugby town, isn't it? They share the ground with a rugby team, don't they? I think maybe, and there's all markings on the pitch. It's a shithole. In short, that's what I'm trying to get to. Short story long. They have got no following. It's just a soulless ground. Last year, obviously, we was both safe at that point, and it was just a non-event. Wigan beat us 1-0 on the day. Billy Mitchell and George Alexander made their first team debuts, but I think this year, despite them being a bogey team for us, they are there for the taking. They've hampered us down the year, shall we say? The Auto Windscreen Final '99, FA Cup semi-final 2013, the two that just spring to mind. We don't predominantly do well against Wigan. We drew 2-2 with them at the Den earlier on in the season. But let's get back to Wigan and their current form. They sit 22nd in the table, occupying the final relegation place, just 3 points behind Stoke. And they'll be looking for a win on Saturday because they're currently on a good run. They have lost only one of their last 5 league games, which was against last week's opponents, Preston. And last time out, they drew 2-2 away to Neil Harris's Cardiff at, I was going to say Ninian Park, whatever Cardiff ground's called. But they got a good point on the road. They beat Leeds recently. They beat Sheffield Wednesday recently, although Wednesday quite shit in my opinion. And look, things are on the up. They need to start hitting form soon because they've got 13 games left to save themselves. And they will be looking to do the business against us on Saturday, but I don't think they're going to. The one to watch for Wigan is going to be Kiefer Moore. We was linked with Moore in the summer as well as Jamal Lowe. They both went to Wigan, and I like Kiefer Moore. I think he's a very good player. I think he would have been perfect in an old Neil Harris regime to play a big man alongside a little man. Him and Bradshaw work well. I think he's a better, younger, more technical version of Matt Smith, and that's nothing against Matt Smith. Obviously, Matt Smith is where he's in his career, and Kiefer Moore cost about £4 million, didn't he? So more than warranty that he's a good player, and I would love to sign him, especially if they go down. He scored 2 goals out last time against Cardiff, and he will be the one to watch this Saturday at the DW Stadium. This is your pre-match prediction, and here we go. I am going to go for a 3-1 Millwall win. We don't always score a lot of goals on the road. In fact, we never score a lot of goals on the road. But I just feel that this Saturday is going to be not a turning point because we've had a good season already. I really feel that this Saturday could be the first time in a long time we score 3 goals away from home. Can't even remember the last time Bristol Rovers popped up into my head, but it's probably more recent than that. I'm not sure. Maybe you'll be able to tell me in the comments below. When was the last time we scored 3 goals away from home? I'm not sure, but I've just got a feeling that this Saturday we're really going to start to announce ourselves and people are going to stand up and take note, if they haven't been already, which they should have been, that we are a serious side in this division under Gary Rowett, and we're going to win 3-1 with goals from Sean Hutchinson, again, the new Jake Cooper, let's go for both the centre-halves, and I need him to get a goal, I want him to get a goal, no doubt I want a goal, it's Tom Bradshaw. So that's your lot for this pre-match prediction. Please be sure to check out the fans' score predictions from the other boys at Lions TV that's going to go out in and around this video. And if you think you know what the score is going to be, do not be shy to put it in the comments below. It's only Wednesday and I'm absolutely buzzing my tits off for Saturday already. 13 games to go, boys and girls. Let's go out there and do the business. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.